Hey everybody, welcome back to 3D6 Down the Line. We are continuing on with episode 31 of our Megadungeon crawl of the Halls of Arden Vul by Richard Barton, using a heavily modified version of the old school Essentials system by Gavin Norman. And I am John, I am your referee for the evening, and going around the horn, we have...
Hi, I'm Mike. I am Gorand, the Slayer of Halflings.
David would normally be playing Onweir, Chaos Personified, an illusionist, but he is not with us tonight. He is dead to us.
And hi, I'm Matt. I play Avaricios, the left-handed Lysion. No big deal. Level 5 cleric.
MBD.
Oh. Hi, everybody. I'm Ted. I'm playing Mortis J. Gobliano, the most essential of all the old school essentials.
Amazing. All right. So here we are.
Episode. Yeah,
are we though? Okay.
I may have stretched the truth a bit there.
So we are still in the magical laboratory, folks. You can actually see it there on the map, and they have defeated the Guardian statue that was seemed to be protecting the goods within that magical laboratory. After basically ganging up on the statue and just hammering away at it. After Gorand had actually turned into gaseous form and had done some exploring through the chambers to the south and discovered some interesting things. However, not as interesting as what is actually lying before you. Onweir had actually collected during the battle a number of the items. He collected 2 of the wands, the keys, the silver ankh key, the scrolls, some of the gems, all that kind of good stuff. There's still a ton of rare exotic materials here. There is that strange baboon carving in the wall, which has its tongue extended with a glass vial upon it. Goran actually went in his misty form inside the workings of that baboon and concluded that liquid would pour out in a stream into the vial from the thing's nostrils, that the eyes themselves were hollow.
Right.
Found some 5 chunks of orange arcanum, which is very, very sweet. That'll be useful for Onweir and Trusty. And there was the statue's black iron spear, heavy and thick, inclined to the ground.
Did anybody take a hit from that thing?
I think didn't you, Matt?
Well, I was able to block it with my shield.
Njal took a hit.
Njal took a couple of big hits.
He took a couple of hits, yeah. So I think Njal's down to like 20 hit points or something like that. Is that correct?
Sounds about right. Let me just check real quick. Njal, he's a 20.
Okay. So
nothing about those hits that leads us to conclude that spear is particularly, lethal or anything like that.
They were good, solid hits.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that might have been just the skill of the statue, the automaton itself. So, and then Gorn's journey, just real briefly, the big find there, of course, was that very strange, blasphemous ivory box that was just set in the direct center of a particular room beyond the portcullis. In that same room, Goran's misty form actually disappeared, and he was naked upon the floor in front of that box. But when he stepped back out of the room, he reverted back to his misty form. You also found a stairway that was leading down, perhaps to another level.
In the south, right? Yeah.
To the south, yep. And then there, he heard baboons rummaging in 2 different places, and actually saw one place where actually witnessed the baboons themselves in one of the rooms. So those were like the big finds. So plenty of doors that went unexplored, of course, but he got the general layout. So you've also confirmed both through heavy searching on your own part, and then also Yost was doing it during the battle as well, that there is no lever or key or something like that activates the secret that deactivates and deactivates the statue, or that actually opens the secret door that you entered by from the north.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we did find a way to deactivate the statue.
Yes, you did. The old-fashioned way, the Fawn's method. So just a couple of rules notes that I'm going to adjust a little bit. So the first one, there's actually some great discussion online from our commenters, which I really appreciate, on Laryl's bag, that artifact level bag, which I deemed in the moment to be too powerful. We had a discussion about it. I'm still sort of waffling on it, so we're going to go with a suggestion that Matt actually had for now and see how that plays out. I think it's a slightly better limiter. So what we're going to do is you have access to unlimited items up to a 15 gold value, mundane items, but you can only gain one instance of each item per day. So you could pull out like 50 feet of rope, and then that's the only rope you'll ever get for the rest of the day, right? You can pull out a single lantern, and then that's the only lantern you get during the day. Yeah, Mike.
So question on that. So one of the things that we had last time was a sack of marbles.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a sack of marbles or is it a marble?
It's a sack of marble. Like, I would, I sort of did that in the moment too, those ball bearings, so.
Yeah.
That battle would have taken a really long time. I'm going to come back in 1,000 days.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have this.
Yeah. So within reason, that sort of thing. And obviously it can't be overtly complex. It has to fit within, it has to be able to actually be removed from a bag opening like that, that sort of thing in size.
Right.
So I encourage you to get creative like you guys have been doing, but you can't pull out like a clockwork figure or something like that. It's just too complex. And the other thing is that I know I made a big deal about this, but I'm actually recanting. I think it'll just make it easier for bookkeeping, is that I had made a point of saying that Tresty would not deign to become a retainer. But I think just for mechanical purposes, I think we're going to make her a retainer. And that way she will not eat as big of an XP share, right? And then I can also still have her make loyalty rolls with allowing me to defer the roll. Like, I don't need to make the decision about whether or not she would leave. We can leave it up to a roll sort of thing. So, but she does need to be someone's retainer, right?
I was just going to suggest, like, since I don't have one, do we want to just have her be my retainer at this point?
You can have multiple retainers. So if you don't really want one, someone else could take her on.
Right, but to your other point, like if God forbid something untoward were to happen to Goran down in the pit, right? Like you can only take like a retainer over, right? Other than that, it's like just a random NPC that you find in the dungeon type thing, right? Is that basically how that works?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Like she has to be my retainer for me to then transfer my Aegis to her if something bad happens to Goran.
Yes,
right?
correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So I don't have a backup character with me. So I'm open to having Trusty be like my retainer. That's
okay. Cool.
So, I mean, elves love to be the retainers for dwarves.
That's because they know their place, bitch.
I think it's time for that first roll, John.
Yeah, well,
Seriously.
check right there. Jeez.
Well, I have been a big advocate for Trusty this whole time and making sure she's included and making sure that she knows we're going after her spell book. And so even though I'm not exactly personable,
Okay.
All right, so guys, just real quick, that was my kid. I'm gonna go tuck that kid in, and I'll be back in a minute.
Sure
okay?
thing. Okay. All right, so Mike, in Discord, I am sending you the link for her sheet. Okay.
Okay.
All right, that is there for you.
Good.
I have received said link.
Right. Okay.
And another real quick question, and sorry, this is just a bookkeeping one because I'm not very smart. The last XP post I see in here was 352 on the 23rd, right? Like that was was that for the statue room?
Yes. Well, that was for last session. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I added that onto my character sheet or not.
Yeah. So let's see. We got Goran. You should have a total of 15,336.
Okay, I had not added it on.
So you're 1,664 away.
Okay.
Okay. So you got Tresty, right? Everyone else has got their retainer sheets up for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got
Cool.
Yost. Who,
Cool.
Mike? Somebody on the Discord suggested that Yost should take the spear, which I think he will. If no one else objects.
No.
Okay. So
He wants to pick up that spear and give it a experimental, jabs, twirl, block.
yeah.
I'll spar with him, John, for 10 minutes if that helps.
So when Yost picks it up, you can actually see like his muscles strain, and he's like, "Oh, this is much heavier than I thought it was originally." And and he has it though, and he's like, "Oh, I like that. This is nice. This is really weighted really well, but." My God, I don't think the rest of you flimsy people will be able to wield it. It takes someone with muscles like these. And you do indeed see as Yost is sort of twirling it around that it's like, it's a heavy, like, the statue had no problem doing it, but when the statue died, like you could hear the spear hit the ground like heavy, and you could tell the thing is like solid iron. Yeah. So
is that a multiple slot item then?
No, it's whatever spear is. Spear's two-handed, right? So it would be a two.
I'll look it up, but yeah okay.
A two-slot thing, yeah.
All right, so he'll strap his sword on his back, and he'll carry the spear.
Basically, the deal is with the spear, besides some of the properties that you don't know, is that only a person with a strength of 17 or higher can actually wield it effectively.
Okay, that's Mort out.
Yeah, that rules me out as well, unfortunately.
I would love the idea of a tiny little goblin walking around with a big giant black iron spear, though. Oh well.
So it is the 21st of Lagarios, by the way. It is around 8 p.m. Avaricios actually has a lantern lit, which will be lit for another 12 turns, so another 2 hours.
All right.
And I believe that is sitting on the ground because you were fighting.
Yeah.
In fact, it would have to be since Avaricios only has one hand.
Yeah, near the door, the secret door, I think is where we put it down.
Okay, so when you were in this chamber, right, and when you were sort of exploring in this general area, Goran, you didn't hear or witness any other traffic going on. Like you have determined because of the lack of dust that it was most likely that Isocritus is what you concluded, or at least someone was moving through this laboratory quite frequently. However, you have seen no traces nor footprints of any baboon presence in this general area. You actually had to move east in that room with the cardinal directions, Goran, in order to actually start hearing the presence of baboons. That also seemed to coincide with the reappearance of the mirrors.
Right.
There were no mirrors here. There were 4 mirrors in the the compass room, right? But then once you slipped underneath the portcullis, there was no mirrors there at all, right? And everywhere else on this level, in your prior run, there were mirrors everywhere, right? But for some reason, like here and then in the western part, there were none.
Interesting. The other thing that's interesting is like what arbitrarily kept the baboons from coming over to this room. You know what I'm saying? Was it because they knew that the statue was here and they just instinctually avoided it?
Maybe.
Or is there some other reason why they never... If we go down to that cardinal direction room, John, did I see baboon footprints there?
Yes, you would have seen some footprints there, yeah. Yeah, but you do know that there is a door here as well.
Right. I see it.
In the south, yeah.
Which we haven't actually opened or closed. You went through it in a gaseous form, so it could be locked.
One to the south. Yeah.
The one right out of this room. Yeah, we haven't actually physically checked that door.
Since David's not here, can we like shake Onweir upside down and get all of the shit back that he stole last session?
I wrote down that he picked up a bunch of gems, a wand, and an ankh. Everything else that I wrote down, I think we found after the battle was over.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I did re-listen to it, yeah. So he picked up, it was a twisted wand of yew wood, but there was another wand which he didn't get yet, which was a white ivory, like almost like a unicorn horn wand. As well. There was the periapt with the orange gem.
I forgot to write that.
I can't remember if he picked that up or not, if I just described it. But
we found that, but I don't think Onweir specifically has it.
I would say, like, just for this session, since you haven't moved out of the room and Onweir was literal in the middle of collecting all that stuff when we ended the session, that you can you can have access to that stuff, but just for David's sake, like, don't spend the gems. Obviously, he needs the gems for his spell. He needs those for his spell.
But somewhere out there in the darkness of cold, dark night, David is like itching right now and being like, no, no. And that's fine, but they're part of his treasure. They're part of his treasure share.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
but then once David makes a reappearance, those things that Onweir had claimed originally should go back to him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So Matt, you missed it. Yost picked up that iron spear, and it requires a strength of 17 or higher to even pick up.
Yeah.
So Yost is obviously the man for the job, and he likes it, so he's going to carry it, and we'll find out whether it creates, any magical effects when you stab baboons with it in a bit, I'm sure.
Well, Yost, poke the goblin and see what happens.
No, poke the goblin.
Oh, someone needs to take care of B. Samantha as well. Who wants to take on Samantha?
Is she following Onweir? Is that?
Yeah, she's Onweir's person.
She was Honor's retainer.
She's great. She's got a dope rancer. Actually,
I don't mind. I just want to make sure I can open her sheet.
She's actually really good, man. She would be the character I'd want to take over.
Ted, do you have a who? Oh, you've been running Yost.
I'm running Yost.
Yeah.
I like to do whatever the goblin tells me.
Okay, so
I can run her. Sure.
You got her. Okay. You got the sheet.
I'm just looking to see if I have.
Just let me know. I can get it for you again.
Yeah, I don't think so. I just have the blank sheet, and I have nothing else.
You got Niall. That's right. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So the question here then before us is: do we continue to look around the laboratory and do a little more, picking up of stuff? Do we start sneaking south, or do we work our way around another direction?
There was one more thing that one question I had in here, and one thing that I wanted to do. The question that I had, I was a little just confused about the orientation of the orifices on the monkey face. Does it look like you pour, with the orientation of the nose holes, does it look like you pour things into his nose holes and they pour out somewhere else? Or it looks like you could pour stuff into his eyes and they would do stuff and come out the nose?
It looks more like the second. Like the eyes are hollow, but the nose only has outputs, right? Like the nostrils are outputs that lead like directly down.
Okay.
I would love to try that, but I don't want to waste everybody's time standing around.
And the only other thing, because this caught Avaricios' eye, who knows why, but you mentioned the
hand.
That paw of a monkey. He wants to pick that up, and just kind of on a lark, he's gonna. I really kind of wish I had my hand back, and see if the hand does anything.
Yeah, that does not appear to happen, and no finger curls or anything like that. Yeah. You can determine though it is a baboon paw. It is an actual white furred baboon paw.
He shakes it like, what's wrong with this thing? It doesn't even work.
Well, let's take that and put it in one of the eyes, and then put a gem in one of the other eyes, and see what happens.
I don't want to do too much, but I want to do something. Yeah, let's do something. Let's put are the eyes big enough to do that? How big are the eye holes?
So
we're making the dwarf nervous.
they're pretty large. Like you could put relatively big, bulky relatively bulky things. Like any of the ingredients on the tables, you could fit in there.
So I wasn't able to detect anything because I was gaseous, but observing
what else is new?
Right. Oh, zing! But now that I actually have a nose and other appendages, can we look for discolorations in the eyes that look like pouring liquids, or is there a smell coming from the eyes or the nose, or anything? You know what I'm saying? I want to do a little bit more olfactory, and God help me, taste sensation of I'm gonna be
sure, yeah,
and just detect it.
Yeah, so you get close, and you can definitely see that there is some staining in the eye pits. But it looks like may have been maybe some ingredients that were ground with a mortar and pestle, which there is that lying on the table. A couple of them actually, so some sort of like paste or something like that was stained on there. There is a little bit of stains of liquid, although it's tough to tell exactly what it probably was at one time. Yeah, it's just tough to determine exactly what it was. Like there is all sorts of weird smells in general in the room, but it's tough to determine exactly what in particular is on the nose. You have a feeling like basically it's like this. It's like if you're concluding that this is something where you add ingredients that then form a liquid of some sort, like a magical liquid, which is a safe assumption to make, that you either experiment and hope for the best. But prepare for the worst, or you find some sort of guide or a sage or a book or something like that would actually give you recipes or things like that.
There were all kinds of books or papers and notes in this laboratory.
Not here.
Yeah, there were parchments.
There was 2 parchments, but the 2 parchments
Those are the scrolls.
Indecipherable, had arcane language on them.
Oh, they're basically scrolls. Okay.
Over by the mortar and pestle, John, if we look at the mortar and pestle, there were a whole bunch of like other ingredients and stuff there too.
Yeah, tons of stuff.
Is there anything that's immediately identifiable, or are any of the ingredients labeled?
Yeah, there's tons of stuff that you can immediately tell what they are. So there's the Arcanum, right? There's you can see that there's a couple of probably about 3 doses of what look to be crushed pearl. There's a diamond chip. There's like 13 eyes of newt, 25 holly leaves. There's 4 like rigid organic spines from some sort of strange beast, like a porcupine spine, but much thicker and larger from like a larger beast.
When you say spine, you mean like a spinal column?
No,
or
like a quill. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 7 rotted teeth. 3 vials of some sort of transparent gelatin of some sort that quivers. A gigantic feather, like a huge feather, like multiple feet long. A vial of what appears to be thick, viscous red blood. Another pair of what look to be like blazing, almost they look to be like eyeballs, but eyeballs that are made out of flame. 3 vials of some sort of quicksilvery liquid, and then there's like the paw. There's a huge calcified egg. There's feathers from tons of exotic birds, tons of geodes and geological specimens, like colored sands. Like the list goes on and on and on. This is, I think I told you at the end of the session, like if you can think of something within reason that would be like like a magical ingredient, it's probably here within reason. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like we're playing Breath of the Wild or something here, man. This is like have you guys played that on Nintendo Switch? No, Zelda?
Sorry. It's just like it's just mixing stuff up. Okay.
Yeah, there's lots of ingredients, and you make potions and meals and things. It's fine. It's all right. Whatever.
You do know, however, of one place theoretically that has a lot of writing, and it tends.
Yes.
Yeah.
We know, John. Thank you.
The library.
This is the place where we're trying to go.
We just got to get by the evil box of tongues and the baboons and the. All right, guys. Let's leave this for now because this is just going to give us bad juju. Ted, stop it.
Stop. You stop. I have a question for John, which was earlier. Squeegee had picked up a cookbook. Was it in fact a cookbook, or was it a recipe book for like potions and things like this?
Way back.
Actually get a chance to open it, and way back.
Yeah. Did you open it?
We actually well, I thought so, but because you would have told us it's a cookbook. But now I'm thinking, like, was it really a cookbook? Was it?
Yeah, I could just. I mean, yeah, it was actually a cookbook, like a real recipe. Yeah.
That was from the big giant baboons, right? Mm-hmm. Wasn't that the one that wore a chef's hat and shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
You never actually met that one.
No,
but you heard stories.
It's fine, Ted. If you want to mix things up and blow yourself up, that's fine.
I just had a question. That's all. Okay. Come on.
I'm just egging you on. I'm going to play David for a minute.
Fine. Goblin rises to the challenge, and he wants to take some of that translucent goop.
Wait. I'll make you a deal. You pick one thing. I'll pick another thing. The dwarf can watch us make magic.
Yeah, from across the room.
All right. I'm going to take one of the vials of the translucent quivery stuff.
Right. Okay.
And you know what? I think I want one of those flaming eyeballs.
I knew it. That's exactly what I was going to pick. We're Kismet. All right.
John, me and Trusty are going to be on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yost is going to go over there too, actually.
I tell Trusty, I go, don't look inside the ark no matter what. No matter what you hear.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. What do you do?
So
wait. So I want to
ahead.
crush. I want to crush up my eyeball in the mortar and pestle.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you take the eye out of like the solution it was in, right? You're like like hot potato sort of thing, right? And you throw it into the pestle. Is pestle the bowl? Pestle's the bowl, right?
Yeah. I think mortar. Pestle.
Mortar pestle.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
The mortar is the bowl. The pestle is the.
Oh shit, we're gonna hear about it on YouTube. It's gonna be brutal.
Yeah, I think Mike's
I'm
right.
going to use both of them, so whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, you throw it into the stone bowl, and you pestle the shit out of it. Whenever you crush the ball, it kind of splooshes, like just like you would think an eyeball would whenever you crush it.
Well, of course.
So it sort of splatters, but what splatters is actually sort of like fiery goop, like almost like Greek fire, like that kind of explodes outwards along the bowl, and like these little like poofs of smoke. But you eventually get like, as you mash it, the radiant heat and orange glow of it actually starts to dissipate. And when you finally mash it into a fine paste, it actually becomes like a wet ash.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
Enough. Like a spent fire, but like actually like the consistency of like mud. You know what I mean? Like wet, wet ash.
I like this. I like where this is going. This is more than I could have hoped for.
So the jiggly transparent stuff, I probably don't need to crush up, but maybe I should pour it into one of the mortars and see if it's like, do I need to break it up into smaller goo or mash that, or can I just put it right in the eyeball? Do you think?
When you try to pour it out of the vial, it takes a long time, like ketchup almost. And when it does come out, it's actually like a what do you call that? Colloid sort of substance, right? Colloidal substance. Yeah. So it's and it comes out like the consistency of Jello. Like it's like yeah.
Pour that right into the eye, I think.
We're going to make napalm, aren't we? Yeah, and I'll
I certainly hope so.
at the same time I'll pour my my wet ash.
Okay.
Into the other eye?
Yeah.
So when you pour both of the different substances into each of the eye, and they disappear down into the eye holes, then you can hear the baboon thing starts to actually like shiver a little bit, like, and you can hear like a chonka 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 chonka. Yeah.
We got something there to catch the potion, right?
There is a glass vial that was already there. You're gonna use that one?
Yeah. We'll leave it there.
Okay.
You could put your mouth under like in a smoothie machine.
So eventually, after about 30 seconds of it chunking around, a black smoke starts to billow out of the nostrils and just sort of like smokes up, right? And then a single drop just goes plunk into the vial, and then like the smoke just sort of dissipates upwards.
I don't think we did it right.
You don't think so? Well, what does the drop look like? Is it like crawling around?
It's a transparent, oily, rather viscous drop. Like you could actually hear it like go blink like into the vial.
I'll give the spout a couple of taps to see if anything more is
Nothing happens. There is a strong smell of it's a little bit anachronistic because it would have been a new smell to you, but it smells like gasoline, like strong gasoline.
Yeah, we almost made napalm, Matt. I think you're right.
Almost. Yeah.
Well, let's put a cork in it and keep it and see what happens. It's the critical
Make more.
moment.
Make like you got the recipe down now. Add all the flaming eyeballs. Add all the goo, and
Sure, we did get the recipe. We put a lot of material in for one little drop and a lot of smoke.
Well, I just put in one eyeball. How many eyeballs are there, John?
There's one other one. There's one more.
Oh, only two.
Yeah, and the vial of the transparent stuff, I would guess, was probably 8 ounces or something, right?
You have two more of those, Ted. So
yeah,
one eye, two gelatin.
Yeah, I don't think we didn't add enough. I think it didn't work right.
I think I'm with you.
Are there like jars of like, ethyl alcohol around or something like that? Or
There's some jars
water?
of alcohol, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And pour some of that in there. I'll be on the other side of the room.
That experiment took a turn, by the way.
Yeah. I'm going to put the cork in it. Let's just put a cork in it, and I'll just put it in my pocket, and good enough. Let's do something else now before someone.
That's a slot. More. The vial's a slot.
Oh yeah.
Just when I thought you were gonna like invent chlorine gas or something fun.
Oh, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'm thinking about one of those flaming pits of shit. We throw this thing in there, we might get a nice pyrotechnic effect and distract some baboons or something.
I think it's going to be more like a little like poof.
Yeah, probably, but you never know.
Okay, so you, thanks to Goran, you sort of know what lies before you. Is there anything else you'd like to do in this room, or do you want to move forward?
Let's check out that door to the south. Let's get a move on.
Okay. All right, so Everest, you were tucking your kids in, but I was just telling the guys that you have your lantern that was on the ground. You have that for another 11 turns now. So, do you want to be the wielder? It was your lantern.
Sure. Yeah, I'll hold it.
Okay. So just remember, obviously, not to rub it in, but you've only got the one hand. So that's what you're carrying. That's what you're carrying.
Thanks. I had forgotten just briefly, and now it all came rushing back.
But you do have that awesome hook, and you are wielding a shield in that hook arm. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I worked with Niall to figure out how to like strap it on right and be able to use it and attack with my left hand if I need to.
Is everyone else in the party wielding a weapon? Like, do they have a weapon out, including the NPCs?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Trusty has her crossbow out. I have that spear.
Okay.
Claven and my shield.
Niall has his axe, right? So
yep. Samantha has her rancier.
So everyone's at the ready. It's good to know that Trusty actually has a bolt loaded. So that's a thing. And okay, so you carefully move out of the room to the south, and you come to that door. What do you do?
I'm going to listen. Let's give it a listen.
Okay. Who is listening?
I'll do it. D6. I rolled a 5.
Okay, yeah, just silence meets you as you take a turn to listen.
Okay.
John, I want to search that door for traps. I'm gonna basically look and see if there's any tripwires on the lock or any levers on the bottom of the door jamb or anything like that. Okay.
If you take a turn to search thoroughly, you can determine that it is not trapped, but it is most definitely locked. But you can see here though that it is locked from the other side, as in people coming towards the laboratory would not be able to come in without a key. However, it is openable from this side.
Okay.
Which is actually pretty sweet for you guys that you actually came through this secret entrance.
Yeah, is there a key or something on our side that we can take with us and lock behind us?
Is there a key?
Yeah, a lot of times those old keys, you had to leave the key in the lock and turn it. And
I see. Yeah, no, there's no key.
Okay.
However, we do have 2 bronze keys that we found in the room.
But those are foot long.
Big.
Those are like keys to the city big. You know what I mean?
Do we take those with us though, guys, by the way?
I mean, I don't think I want to spend that many slots on 2 giant ass bronze keys. No.
How many slots is each key, John?
They are a slot each, but they do look very important. They are solid bronze, and they are linked together onto a bronze ring.
Yost could take them. Yost is barely carrying anything.
So basically, you cannot separate them unless you found a way to break them off the ring.
Oh, so it's basically a two slot thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Yost will take those.
Okay.
And we should. Okay, so he's got the spear, and Onweir's got what Onweir's got.
Onweir has the other key. Onweir has the silver Ankh key, the one that's chased with red glass. Just so you know, that was also quite large. That's a foot long. That's another foot long.
Wait, it's a key or an Ankh?
It's an Ankh, but remember, you had to determine that was most likely would fit into one of those places that had the depression of the Ankh.
Oh, That's right. Okay. Somebody want to try that wand, the unicorn horn wand?
I mean, try it how. I can dwarf it all I want. But
No, you guys understand that like what I'm saying is that you guys can open this door normally right here.
yes,
We
we
do
understand.
understand that.
Okay.
Try to
Before we leave,
Managing the stuff that we want to take with us.
yeah, we're going to decide what to take and like what to not worry about. Like, nobody wants to keep the wand at the ready. We can put it in Yost's backpack.
Yeah, can I have Trusty like observe the wand? Can she look at the one that looks like a narwhal and see if she sees
see what the word is on there? Yeah.
Yeah, so once again, it's the same as the other one I said last session. Like, I don't have an actual word for it, but there is a command word on it. But it does not give it like any indication of what the wand may do. But it's there's nothing stopping you from just saying the word.
That's true.
It might be a good idea to give that to her to use.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right? Like she's one of the only ones of us who can.
Right.
Or wait, not anybody can use wands, right? Like you have to be a magic user or whatever to use a wand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I guess my question is do we try and test it in here and see if there's some way to determine what it does? It would burn a charge, but it's kind of like one of those things where if we try it in like a scenario where we actually need it, it might be worse,
Right. Maybe in the back hallway up the stairs, you could fire it up the stairwell and rather
That's
than
a good
leave
idea.
it in this room that
John,
we've been
she's going to go back up to this and point it at the spiral staircase kind of thing.
What if it destroys the spiral staircase? We might need that.
Then,
fighting our way out.
right. I don't know. I still feel like that's the safest area to do it in.
I'd like to know what kind of wand destroys that kind of a staircase, man. We should
Yeah.
have
Who knows? Or it might. Yeah, the other thing, it might be like a healing wand that only does something to a creature, and then we still won't know what it does, and the charge is gone.
So it's pointed at
But think about that though from the other point of view, Matt. Like if what are we going to try and use it on somebody in case it's a healing wand? Like that's almost like and I mean it's an arcane wand. Or do they even have healing wands? This isn't 5th edition where you can get a wand of cure light wounds, right? I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know exactly what kind of wands we got here.
I don't know. I'm just going to try it, John. She's going to go up to the hallway. And is there any way to for her to deduce what the effect might be by the command word? Can you do anything like that? Is there a way to observe the wand outside of an identify spell that gives some sort of indication about what its general effect is?
Not really. I mean, sometimes like the Logos wand, like if you knew,
right,
you might be able to determine. But this one, it just seems to be like a nonsense magical word.
She's going to try it and see what happens.
Okay. So she speaks the word and points it towards the stairway.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a visible pulse of magic that sort of just sort of like goes forward from the direction of her point where she's pointing up the stairs, sort of thing. And you can see her sort of like cock her head a little bit with her sharp ears, her sharp pointed ears, as she sort of like appears to be sensing something. And then she sort of turns back to you and she's like, I felt something as if I was listening for something, but didn't detect anything. She says, like, I feel that it's some sort of detector of some sort, but that it didn't detect what it was intended to detect. If she, does that make sense to you? She sort of asks,
Yeah, it makes sense to
me. It was strange.
Like,
I was left sort of befuddled actually afterwards. Like I kind of disoriented, but perhaps if there was something to detect, I would have, I would have gotten a different signal.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll ask her, I'd be like, would that be like, say, are there magical spells that allow you to detect specific types of creatures?
Certainly, yes. Oftentimes, even if they bend one way or another morally, or if they present a danger to us, I don't know how the gods and the fates actually determine these things, but I certainly know that there are magics that can do that.
Okay.
But I mean, something like this that Isocritus leaves in here, what's he using it for in a laboratory like this? Detect magic? Detect alignment? It seems less likely. Unicorns, is it actually unicorn horn or it could be narwhal?
It looks like it's made out of ivory, if you had to guess, but that was in the shape of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's carved ivory rather than like if it were actually a unicorn horn, the law thing would make sense, kind of.
Yeah.
But you don't know because you don't have any. You've never actually. You don't know what you've never been in front of a unicorn. You never. You know what I mean? You have no idea. Mm-hmm. But it's sort of like the stories you've heard. It's right. Shaped in that way,
Because Mort is definitely not a virgin, man.
Yeah.
Sure, he's not. I'm gonna go. He's got that lives up in Canada that he's been serious with for many years. All right, guys, I gotta go choke out my kids. I'm gonna put them to sleep. All right, bye.
Oh my God!
This is not a competition.
Keep playing. I will be back. All right, bye.
Oh my God!
Everyone, that's a Father of the Year walking out the door right there.
That's right. Okay. I just didn't want to reveal it, but he doesn't even have kids, John. It's terrible. I don't know what he's doing there.
It's a euphemism for something. Right. He's choking out something.
Oh my God.
Anyways. Okay. So continue on.
Well, okay, let's let Tresty hold on to that.
Yeah.
And the periapt, which is an amulet.
Yes, with an orange gem.
What the hell? You know what? Yost will put it on. He likes jewelry. He likes to be fancy.
Is it a non-encumbering kind of thing since it's a
little amulet
wearable?
Like yeah, it's a non-encumbering, I'll say. So you feel who's putting on Mort?
No, Yost.
Oh, Yost is putting it on. So it stands out, of course, across his glistening.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good on him. But he's like. I don't really feel anything untoward. I feel a little bit more secure. I don't know, like I'm a bit unprotected a little bit more, but I can't put my finger on it.
I'm not going to try and stab you, Yost, just to check. So that's fine. You're wearing an orange stone periapt. Sounds good.
Okay, you got it marked down.
I did write it on his character sheet, yeah, and that. I don't know who wants to carry the Arcanum. Is that a slot each, John?
So Onward took all of that. He yoinked it.
I can't use it.
That was amongst the things we found after the defeat of the Guardian that he did not yoink without anyone watching. Yeah. Okay,
yeah. So each one of those each one of those chunks is a slot. There's five of them. I gotta say, I've been tracking a lot of treasure. There is no way Onward can carry that much more stuff. He has so many scrolls and things like that. Like he has to have left something behind somewhere. I don't think he can carry that. But he's like totally not weighed down by any sort of armor or weapons, though. And I think he was moving at 120. I'm not saying that he can carry 5, but Tresty also is just as interested in that stuff as Onweir is. So Tresty is more than happy to take as much as she can carry.
And they're the only two of us who can use them, right?
Yes, and she's down with it. Like she's willing to divest herself of anything she's currently carrying in order to take that Arcanum away.
I don't know what she's carrying, but let's not leave the Arcanum for sure. And then that apart from ingredients, that sums up what we found in the room. I think
the blue wand, the white wand, the periapt, the scrolls, and the 2 big keys.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I'll assume that Onward took the scrolls, or actually Trusty could take those too, I guess. But
I mean, and we did look at them, right? Like they are arcane scrolls.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing I wanted to do was take all the pieces of the Guardian and stack them back up in his little standing spot, right? And lay the feather on top of it. So when Isocritus comes back, he's like, what the hell happened to my statue? The feather busted my statue. And maybe it fools him, maybe it doesn't, but I think it would be funny.
Okay, and where are you placing it?
Just like on top of the pile of rubble of the pieces of the Guardian.
Oh, where the statue actually? That's what I meant. Like, are you moving the pieces anywhere? But you're just.
Yeah, I pick up all the pieces of the statue. Like put his feet back where his feet would stand, right, and put all the pieces around him, like as though the feather broke him right where he stood.
Okay, gotcha. So like in his default position is where you move all the pieces.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, got it. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. So you know that the door is open from this end. Do you move through?
Well, it'll lock behind us if we leave.
Correct.
You would think. So I'm just curious, is it possible if I were to say, oh, reach into my bag, grab a little bit of clay, could I put that clay into like the locking mechanism so that it won't lock automatically when it closes?
Yes, you could.
Back?
Mm-hmm.
Could you pull out a key to this door?
Oh,
No, that's too specific. You cannot pull out unique items.
there you go.
Could he pull out a skeleton key
No.
that could open this? No. Okay,
Too-
fine. So
too
clay.
com- too
That's getting pretty good. That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
But I get some like molding clay and just like
Clay is plenty mundane. That I can buy. Yep.
Can he pull out a tripwire and a claymore mine? For this?
Just keeps throwing that shit against the wall. If I wear him down,
Literally.
soon John will say yes. Just okay, so yeah, that's a great idea, Matt. So yeah, you put some clay in there. It's good to go. I'm going to say like divvying up the treasure, deciding what to take, doing the clay. That whole thing is going to take another turn.
Yeah.
did we ever figure out how, if we need to, how to get back into the doorway that leads to the?
I actually don't think we did. The secret door.
Yeah.
As far as I know, that closes behind us, and I don't think we found the. I know we looked for the opening mechanism, but only kind of casually. We didn't really search for the opening mechanism.
Well, I think what we could do is just take. I have some iron spikes, and not spike it open, but just leave a spike in the door jamb, so
it
that
doesn't quite shut.
it won't close all the way. So
You could
just
do
be
that.
open a little tiny bit.
It's me.
Which would make sense with what we were doing with the testing of the wand and stuff anyway, because we know that it's going to, click close behind us.
That's
if we
fine.
don't.
Cool. Yep. So you've propped basically both exits out of the room, and so that it is accessible from either direction. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Now we move through. Yes.
Yeah.
Through
All
the
right.
door.
We have exited the laboratory. Fine.
Yes. And we're going to have to call it there. Because
Yeah. Sorry. Good night, everybody.
Huge steps taken, guys. All right. So you move down the 20 feet. You open the door. The clay gets put in by Avaricios to allow access back to the laboratory. And the cold chambers await you in the darkness as you move your lantern forward. Gorn sort of providing a little bit of guidance as to what to expect. And soon enough, 20 feet in, you enter into the chamber that has the mirrors on the 4 mirrors on the northern and southern sides with the cardinal compass engraved in the floor below. Let's see, that is room blah blah.
Yes. Still room blah blah.
Mm-hmm. So walls are bare stone. There is no frescoes here or the remnants of frescoes at all. Rather strange, actually. Inlaid in the floor in colored glass, though, is this set of cardinal compass points. And there was a low pulsating light that was emanating from the western corridor.
From the evil thing.
And there are exits in all cardinal directions, all passageways, except for the western one, which is shut firmly with a portcullis. However, just to the north, in the room that you are in, on the western wall, is a thoroughly rusted iron lever.
No, it's in the room where we are. I thought
Yes.
it was in that hallway. No.
No,
I thought so too.
No,
That's where I have it marked.
it is in this
Oh.
room. Yeah.
That makes a tremendous more sense, actually.
It is. The lever is actually shaped like an ibis, not like Thoth, like ibis-headed Thoth, but more like Ibi, like an actual ibis.
Aw.
But it is thoroughly rusted.
All right, there. I moved the portcullis. Okay.
You can sorry, real quick, just to finish up there. All of you can hear the faint sounds of rummaging baboons coming from the south.
Yeah.
Which is something that Gorn actually
south?
heard as well.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
from
We know that there were some to the east and some to the south.
So
I don't remember the southern baboons at all.
yeah, so Gorn, whenever he explored to the south, he went past the stairway, heard the baboons, and it was like, screw that, and went and backtracked. It was only when he went east did he actually hear baboons and then investigate and see the baboons, which you have labeled on the map there. But
Yeah.
those you're not hearing probably because of the distance where you are right now. However, these are much closer to the south.
Well, let's not go that way.
Well, here's my question. I can't remember these little like slanted. Are these like open doors? What are these?
Those are open doors. That's correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So the only reason to go south is to die by a baboon or go down the stairs.
Or kill baboons.
I would venture to guess. Well, what I'd really like to know is, can we connect the section we're in to the sections that we've been in?
I mean, that's my biggest goal for this whole delve right now. Right
now, if memory serves, we believe that south of us in this general vicinity is where the library must be. Does that ring with you guys as well?
I think the library is south of the rooms to the east. I think it's far east and far south of like that diamond-shaped room that we never.
Right. I agree with Matt.
Okay.
I think like to the south and to the east was like the kitchen area, and Gerlad's chambers were directly south of the diamond room, right? And then farther to the west is where I thought the library was going to be.
Yeah, it's either like west from there or south from there or something.
If I was
at least what I think.
If I was going to guess, I would think that, the room that's marked 6 baboons, I would think that main corridor that runs straight there that has the mirrors in it is going to connect somehow to either that area just north of where Squeegee died or of the main throne room.
I think so too. I in terms of connecting, I like I'm feeling east.
I agree. I am feeling east for the connecting. But here's the thing though, is I remember, so the room where Squeegee died, that hallway outside there, I remember there was one room that was the don't open this room or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like, and maybe I'm very confused, but I have some memory of from the north of that Squeegee died here, the north there. That's where one of the baboon, captains came from, and there was. I feel like I could swear we thought we saw Isocritus in that vicinity somewhere, but maybe I'm just remembering wrong.
Well, I
don't think we've ever laid eyes on Isocritus. I think what you might be thinking of is Anaximander was captured by the baboon in that corridor, and he shoved him through like a secret door or something like that.
The red door on your map. The red door on the map is where they shoved Anaximander. However, you're also right though that you did briefly glimpse Isocritus cutting across a hallway. That was to the south though, before all the shit broke.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm mixing up two stories. Okay, fine.
That was to the south of the diamond.
Yep. Makes sense. Fine. So the question is, is it this immediate eastern corridor, or is it the go south and then go east that connects up with Squeegee died here? And my guess is it's south and then east.
So this is a little meta, and stop me if I'm being too meta here. My one question that I have now is, are there a finite number of baboons? And thus, by singling them out and eliminating them in small pockets, are we doing ourselves a service, or is it just kind of like, oh no, now they know you're here and they're going to eat your face? You know what I'm saying? Like, we've had not to reference other games and stuff like that, but we've had other games where we've had like these wars of attrition with like a group of bad guys, right? And we wear them down until they're weak enough for us to take on the BBEG, right? But I don't know if that's the scenario or not, or is it just like I
could tell you from a design standpoint for Richard Barton, it's actually something I was very impressed with the design, is that he clearly lays out notes for the exact numbers of what each faction has, like how many there are of everything. And then also not only that, but says, this is what happens should you reduce their numbers to this. Like, this is how, you know what I mean? So not that I'm holding to that by law, because it's all really dependent upon what you guys do and how they would react, But it's really cool guidance to actually have as a GM. Yeah. So those things are taken into account. I am taking them into account. So it's definitely not meta, Mike, for you to think that way. You should be thinking that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, while reducing baboons through attrition is great, like, let's say we go fight 6 baboons, and let's say we even win, that's going to take a toll on us. And there are still 20 more baboons. I mean, there's only so much attrition we can manage before we are the attritioned, as it were.
As long as we have an exit, though, if I mean, I'm all for avoiding that conflict if we can and connecting the map without any danger to ourselves. But if we were to do that and it be bad for us, at least so far we've been careful about managing our exit, right? If we need to.
Right. This time we have one, as opposed to last time we didn't even know where to run.
Yeah. And I mean, as far as that goes, I don't know. I mean, I was thinking that probably going east and checking out these doors to the north and to the south might be good, because if we go south and those 6 baboons hear anything and those guys come west, they could cut us off from getting out since they're north of us.
It's true.
Right. So I don't know. I mean, you know, as long as we go somewhere, that's where I want to go.
Right. I agree with that. I don't want to sit here navel gazing the whole time, but I will say, like, my one other point to Ted is this fight is going to happen at some point, right? Like, it's foolhardy to think we're going to make it all the way to the library, find the shit that we need in the library, and make it all the way out without encountering anything, anyone, anywhere, ever, right? And yes, the idea of getting the disco ball running and getting the mirrors going and all the rest of that stuff is amazing. With our luck, we will find it at midnight. And we will be totally humped because there will be no daylight for 8 hours, and then we hear the chimps coming down the hallway. You know, we're going to just be like, that will be our life for what's left of it.
It's something to keep. Actually, you're that's actually true, Mike, because it is what, like 8:30ish right now.
8:40, something like that. Yeah, there's probably not daylight up top.
Yeah, and I mean, I can guarantee, like, where my head is the overall, like, goal of this mission, at least what I've been thinking, is connect the maps so that we can get back out of here, and then we can cause some kind of distraction and then go for the library, right? Like, so that we know ways to get out.
Right, which that's what I was thinking. Like, mapping it out is the priority. If fighting 6 baboons right now makes sense for being able to continue to mapping,
right,
then you're absolutely right. We are going to have a fight a baboon eventually. And better 6 baboons that you can surprise than 6 baboons that come racing at you already hungry.
Okay. So if you want to connect the map, which way do you want to go? It looks like you're not going to explore the portcullis to the west.
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
Although, you know what we can do with just to keep our options open? Why don't we pour some oil on that lever now, so that if we ever want to come and do that in a rush, we can.
Is this a conversation I missed while I was doing my kids?
Oh, so the lever for the portcullis, the one that's shaped like an ibis, is all rusty.
Right.
And it's on our side.
It is on our side. Like, we misunderstood that.
Yeah.
So
you want to pull out of your bag one of those punka things, like for the
Tin Man.
Oil can. I reach in looking for an oil can. just a WD-40. A can of WD-40 would be perfect.
Yeah, unfortunately that doesn't happen. But you could certainly pull out, if you don't have one on you already, a flask of oil.
Let's do that, because then I can pour some on there and keep some, for later on the lamp.
So we can't really, like, subdivide like a flask of oil. It's like you either use it for lantern or you use
it all on there. Okay, I'll take one out and I'll pour it all on there, just so it's nice and lubed up in case we,
Gotcha.
Get frisky.
Okay. Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
And then the other thing I was going to say too is, it seems a shame to explore the box of tongues without David here. I will say that too.
Yeah, absolutely. I want nothing to do with it. I want David to be the one who pulls that lever.
Oh, David will definitely.
Okay, I'm going to say
he'll lick the box back.
Discussing your course of action and lubing up the lever will be a turn. Which direction do you want to go? East or south?
Subreddit for that.
Yeah.
Why we let's do like just quick vote. I think I say east.
Yeah, east.
East, with the intention of killing those baboons if they're still there.
Oh, you want to go straight to baboon? I was thinking, like, we check these rooms on the way.
You know what? Let's just let's just go raid the baboons. The faster we run up there and kill them, the more likely we are to surprise them. If we're going to go that way, let's just do it.
And they might not even be there anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Or they're asleep because they had all their pile of garbage. Now they're full, and we can just coup de grace them in their nest of filth. Truth. Actually, why don't we turn someone invisible to sneak up and find out if they're still there?
I like that idea too.
Well, I mean, we can kind of hear down this hallway, right? Like, isn't you were in this hallway when you heard them? Can we hear them, John?
You can't hear them from this room.
Yeah,
you can hear the ones to the south, which appear to be nearer to you.
Let me make Mort invisible with the ring.
All right, I'll give you the ring.
And so Yost will be blind for a second, and Mort will goblin sneaky. What?
It's just Yost crying out because he's
I hold
he
Yost.
doesn't like it.
What did I do?
It's like, why am I always your guinea pig, Mort?
I'm sorry. So I have a 3 in 6 chance of moving silently underground, and he will sneak up invisibly and see what's going on with those baboons.
Okay, so you are going to attempt to move silently, so go ahead and roll.
We'll clear that old number there. We're going to do a little... No, I'm a loud-ass goblin. Roll a 4.
Roll a 4, okay.
But I'm invisible. So maybe they're not listening. So I'm only going to go as far as I need to go. If I hear them, he'll come right back.
Yeah, okay, so you basically get to that open door to the south there, so about 30 feet in, and when you start to kind of pick up the sounds of them rummaging around the base, they do appear to still be there. And remember, you are in complete darkness right now, but you do have infravision.
And I don't see anything within the range of my infravision. Heat moving around, nobody hiding in darkness.
And you're actually at the limit of the lantern light right now of Amber.
Right, okay. All right, so they're there. I'll back up. I'll restore sight to Yost. I'll give you the ring back, Matt. And I'll say they're there. So should we try and just full on just charge in there?
Yeah, but here's what I think we should do, right? The one thing that bothers me about this is just the fact that we don't know what's in that one top corner. It's not filled in. Is that an exit? Like, could they just grab it out of there?
Yeah, they could.
So I wonder if you invisibly sneak past them and get ready to stop anyone from going through that area. You know what I'm saying? Is that too dangerous?
I'd have to move silently to be able to do that, I think. Otherwise, they'll hear something and they'll be twigged to something going on. Right. They might even be able to smell me. They're baboons.
Oh, good point.
We'll just roll around in some of the shit right here. Yeah. There's plenty of it.
I mean, what is it? 70, 80, 90 feet. So if we were to just flat out, everyone just run top speed towards the baboons as a full charge, John, we could get there basically in a round, right? Like not worrying about sneaking or creeping or avoiding traps or mapping. We just run.
Yeah, I mean, we're not tracking in terms of combat rounds, but you could get there within seconds.
Right.
All right, fuck it, man. Okay, hey, dude, let's do it.
Now I can do one of two things could be helpful. I can either try to stop them, I can try to freeze them and hold them magically.
Right.
Or I could try to silence the area.
So the screams of dying monkeys does not attract more monkeys.
Right, this is what I'm thinking.
The screams of dying goblins, either way.
All right, so as long as we keep an eye on somebody who's running away, I think casting silence on someone who's not going to be casting spells is probably a good idea.
And none of the baboons you saw were the big 6-arm bastards, right?
No.
Or 4-arm bastards?
No.
These are mundane monkeys.
They're still large and mutated. albino ones,
Right.
but yeah.
Like size large, like
No,
Bigger than
they're medium, but they're much larger than normal
okay.
baboons. They're like human
Right,
size.
okay.
Yeah.
right. Trusty's got a crossbow.
Trusty does.
Sam and Yost have like long weapons.
Yeah.
So do I.
Y'all's got an axe. You've got a spear. Yeah, we could really do some damage to some monkeys.
All
Oh,
right.
here's okay.
do
Let's
that.
do this. You know what I'll do? I'll cast to start this off. I will cast silence on y'all, and then we can just run down there. We'll be in complete silence if you stay within close to him. The people with dark vision go first, and I'll run behind with the light.
Is that
Yep.
how that spell works?
I can cast it on a person. Yeah, I cast it on y'all,
Who's with the creature?
And-
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
right?
Yep.
And he can like choose to fail, right?
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you could totally do that. So
All right.
how long does that
So-
work? That works.
Oh my God,
for
forever.
12
It's like
turns.
1,000 years. Yeah.
12 turns. Great. Okay. So. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's
We
good
all know
stuff.
sign language, right? All right, so don't cast it just yet. We got to. So who's going first? We got to be able to communicate this to each other. So y'all in the lead.
No. Well, I think y'all in with me, but I think you got to send PCs first, or the NPCs are going to get sad.
Well,
So-
and we need you guys up front because you have the infravision. He'll follow. He'll like go like with you, and I'll go behind so that I can bring the light.
Okay, so Mort and y'all
Goran.
to the front.
No, Morton Goran, because we have infravision to Matt's
Oh, you
point.
do as well.
Yeah.
That's right. Mort and Goran in the lead. So the torch or the lantern is at the back,
Yeah, and I'll bring it around like after you engage. I'll bring the lantern in.
right? And then Niall and Yost right behind us, and Sam and Trusty and you at the back.
Yes.
Njal
Okay.
and Njal and who? Yost,
Yost right behind Goran and Mort.
Sam, and then Trusty, and then Ab at the back, right?
Yes.
Well, I was also thinking, should we have Trusty and maybe another? Is there anyone else with missile weapons?
I've got Shrieker, which is great in the silence.
Right. But I was thinking have them stay in the hallway down south of like the room with the bat monkeys in it. A, to make sure no one sneaks up on us. B, to make sure that if anyone gets by, they can put a crossbow bolt in them.
Or if anyone starts running down that hall to the east. can
That's
tag
what I
them.
was thinking. If they escape at that northeast exit, if it's an exit,
Right.
they can shoot at them. Although the other option is Niall chases them and the silence follows him.
But Shrieker also slows, right?
No,
No,
that's not Shrieker.
pin slows.
What does? Okay.
Pin.
So you got to be able to go chase people down then
Yeah.
and make sure they don't run away.
Yeah, you might want to like try to flank around behind when you first go in.
Okay, so
Yeah.
All right,
you're-
but let's do it. Let's do
okay.
it.
All right, so Matt, you're casting silence on y'all, right? That's the first thing.
I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Silence descends, and then you got all your weapons out, and you're like, you do your hand signals. You're like, let's go, and you are moving as fast as you possibly can. Correct?
Yep.
Right.
Okay, but so you're silent, so that's good. The giveaway will obviously be when you reveal yourselves, but you could do that sooner than normal just because of I understand that Everesios is in the back, but you also do have that lantern light which is shining 30 feet up, right? You
Yes.
just
But
yeah,
the two infravision guys are at the lead.
Right.
Who should
Yeah.
hit? We should hit the targets before the light does.
yes, correct, yeah. Okay, so assuming that you've got basically you can squeeze you can go side by side in the 10-foot square, right? So you can move two by two.
Yes.
Two abreast going up through that northern passageway there, right? So Morton Goran, you with your infravision, you rush up. It's all quiet, and you just come in like thieves in the night, and you can see that they're exactly what you saw before Goran. They're just sort of still like rummaging through there, and they don't see you coming like at all. So Niall's right behind you with a 15-foot radius. So I think their first indication that something would be wrong would be a simultaneous, like when they actually see you enter the room, obviously, and then there would be like the first couple there in front would actually go dead silent as well, right?
Right.
So the sound would kind of dissipate, and so like they kind of look up, and two of them actually like bare their teeth and scream, but you don't hear it, while the other ones actually do start to scream, and then like they ditch their stuff and like they pull out their rending claws and their lips peel back, and all at the same time. However, Goran and but you guys all have the drop on them. I would say
Right.
that Well, as long as you have the movement, I don't think that it would prevent anyone from attacking with surprise. So it's all depending upon what you want to do. Now, just to be clear, Ted, with your mapping, it's a little bit incorrect as far as the exit out of the room goes, and that is important for this battle, right? So we should get that right.
Okay.
So it exits out at that spot. However, it. Okay, so what does it do? It actually, so the room itself is 30 feet by 20 feet, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it exits out of the top of the north or the eastern wall, but then that actually forms like a corridor going north and south in both directions.
Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
I see. Yep. We're gonna fix that. So what I should have drawn was something like, from what Goran would have seen, is something like that.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, so we don't know what's north or south out of there.
That's correct. Yeah, but
fine.
I would have said that Goran probably would have seen that far wall. You know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could have somebody go up from that door to the south and cut them off. I know.
Yeah. Okay. So you barrel in there. The silence comes in front of you as well, and the light has not trickled up yet. Avaricios is not around that corner yet, so it actually hasn't trickled in. So this is all taking place in darkness, but your vision is taken up by the warm glow of the baboons themselves. And so I will say that Njal and Yost are basically fighting blind if you want to have them fight. You understand? We need, so you're, depending on who wins initiative, you might want to think about tactically, where's Avaricios going to be in the order, right? Because he needs to get his ass with the lantern. Yeah.
We don't get a surprise round?
You do. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, forget initiative. I just mean, because it's your turn and you guys get to decide on your turn who gets to go when. Just realize that if you want Njal and Yost to go, you might want
needs to get up there first.
I'm going to book up there. Yeah. So they can see.
Okay. So
after these guys take their surprise hits, then I'll run up first. Yeah.
So I think the order then, John, would be Squeegee and me.
Mort.
In the darkness.
Squeegee.
Mort.
Sorry, Mort and
how dare you?
It's fucked up, man. Fucked up.
All goblins look the same. Come on. And anyway, so then we do it. We go in there, we do our attacks, then Avaricios, then Njal and Yost. Does that make sense?
Yeah, go for it. It's your turn, so go for it.
Sure. Trusty stays in the hallway down there, John, right at the entrance to that, with her crossbow ready to shoot anyone who flees.
Okay.
Right?
Got it. All right, your turn. Go for it. Who's up?
Go ahead, Mort. Do it.
All right. So he's going to move in, and I don't know if there's space for him to actually, slice a throat as he moves past a baboon so that he's not blocking anybody's attack behind him.
You certainly can, yeah.
Yeah, okay, fine.
If you move into the midst of the room, you're going to be susceptible to being attacked from multiple different fronts.
Well, this is what I was wondering. Is there a way, I don't know how they're sitting around, but I get that I'm going to pretty much be attacked by at least 2, but if I can stand somewhere where I can't be attacked by 3, that would be really good.
You could probably do that. There's plenty of
all
debris.
The way to the back. Could you make it all the way to that back door
and block it?
Yeah.
I would say with a surprise round, you could actually, but this would be the only round in which you could do that without having to fight your way through.
That might be.
Can I move all the way to the back and just slice a throat as I leap through their midst?
You certainly could. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll do that.
I'll do that with you then, dude, so that we're choking up that point.
Great.
Cool.
Okay. So
we'll say that between the debris and the spacing of the enemies themselves, that at any point, if you're fighting within this room, that a maximum of 2 can attack a single PC, and it's likewise the same for a single baboon. You would not be only 2 people could fight a single baboon.
Gotcha.
That seems fair. Okay. All right. I'm gonna roll.
I'm ready.
20-sided die. Oh, I rolled a 7, but that totals out to a 12.
A 12. Okay, their AC is 14, so you guys know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Let me just get to... Sorry, give me a second here. So I check their bonus here. I get a quick conversion on the fly.
Actually, I might have added that wrong really quickly. Let me just.
Got it. Okay.
No, I think you have a +5 to
No,
it.
that's right. Yeah. Yep. My attack bonus is just from my strength, and then the +3 on the dagger.
Okay, so
Okay.
you try to slash as you're whipping through them all of a sudden, but they dodge out of the way, howling at you.
Okay.
And
That
Goran,
leaves it open for Goran's deadly stroke. Yeah, there we
21,
go.
baby.
21. Okay, all right, you got one.
All right, and then it's a D10 +1. Oh my! Bounced right off the 9. You son of a.
How much damage total?
Dose.
2.
Dose.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that's not a great start. That's not good.
You jab Odin with a spear on your way by as well. It howls in pain. Should be clear that the Njaal's 15-foot radius, it does not encompass everybody. So a couple of screams and yelpings did have escaped during this surprise round. Okay, who's up next on the surprise round?
So Av needs to move forward.
Fabricius comes in with the light.
Yeah, I'm going to run in.
Blooms outward, exposing everything as you know it, as it was described before.
And then the NPCs can.
And then Yost wants to destroy a monkey. Okay. So Yost is wielding the iron spear. So he has a +3 to hit from that. From his strength, I mean.
Okay.
So
+3 from his strength.
He rolled. Oh, what?
He has a +3. I thought it's +2 with a 17. Doesn't he have a 7? Oh no, he's an 18 strength.
He has an 18 strength, but I'm afraid I only rolled a 6 for Yost.
That's not going to do it. So he
Maybe
doesn't.
the spear is +5.
Yeah, it does not appear to be enough to actually to find purchase in the baboon.
Not a +5 spear. Okay.
He's like just heaving it around like a huge ball. You know what I mean? That's one thing. The baboons easily dodge out of the way. Who's up?
Ooh. Okay.
All right. So Njal, I want Njal to push more into the middle of the room, so his silence will encompass more of the thing to cut off more of the screaming.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And he will he'll take a swing with his magical battle axe.
Great.
Come on. Oh, Njal. Don't let us
Come on,
round.
Njal. Njal's
Save the
got
round,
this.
Njal.
Oh, yeah. That's a 17 to hit.
That'll do
Sweet.
it.
All right. Good job.
So does he want to hit the one that Goran hit on the way by?
Yes.
Yes, that same one.
Okay.
And he's going to roll a D10 +3.
Okay, don't roll a 1.
That's a 3, so a total of 6.
6 points. Okay, does not lay that baboon low. But as it screams in pain, it's completely silent. Silence descends upon the room now that Njal is directly in the center. It is a 30-foot wide room, so the 15 feet basically emanates outward, encompassing the entire room.
Nice.
All right. So that leaves
and
Sam, right?
Samantha, yeah, okay.
And Trusty, if we want to have her shoot into melee.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of just guarding that doorway down there.
Yeah. So Sam takes the man weeper with a +3 to hit. And let's see how she does. Come on, Sam. Make me proud. Oh, that's just an 8.
Brutal.
Not going to do it.
Oh, it's
Yep,
a man weeper, not a monkey weeper. Okay.
Yeah, they're like leaping off and around and like basically bouncing off the walls and all that kind of stuff as they're trying to formulate some sort of defense. But they look shocked and in dismay, but they're quickly rallying. Anybody else on this match?
Actually, what I'd like to do, if I can still do this, I just want to set the lantern down and take out Shrieker.
Yes. You just moved in, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So that was it for the surprise round. Is anyone casting spells or retreating out of melee?
No.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll for initiative, please. I got a 6.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Who's rolling?
I'll roll.
Oh, okay.
I got a 6.
Oh,
Nice.
Well. All right. I meet your challenge, and I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 3.
Nicely done. You won. Cool.
Okay. Let's kill them all this time.
More of the same, John.
Okay.
Wait, Matt is the only one who has to declare a spell, I think, before the rest of us, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Mort is going to stab with the pin. That is a total of a 15 on.
That's a hit.
I guess, should I hit that same monkey that we've been beating on?
Yes.
Why not? Okay, I'll beat on the monkey that previously stabbed.
You can't do that because there's already 2 on him, right? So there's Njal and
you're right. Okay.
Njal and Goran, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So let's see. I guess goblins roll a 1d6 for damage. So I rolled a 1 plus 2 for my strength. And then I had the 3 for the dagger. So that's 6 points of damage.
All right.
And he saves versus spells or he is slowed.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Rolling. I got a 14 on the die. I think that will probably make it, but give me 1 second. I'll double check because that is right in the wheelhouse there.
Yeah, it is.
Spells. He failed.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Slow monkey.
Okay, so you jab into him, like it begins like copiously bleeding, like his white fur is all stained with red. He clasps the side of it and he stumbles as he like reaches out to you slowly, trying to grasp at you, but can't quite do it. Yeah.
All right,
Nice.
Goran.
All right, man.
Bring it.
Screw these monkeys.
Yeah, screw them.
Oh, John, I hit AC 16.
16, that's a hit.
Yay.
With Clavem.
4 points.
4 points on the same one that you were talking before, right?
The same one. So he's taken, I think, 8 so far from me and Niall. Was it 8?
No, he's taken more than that. He's taken 12 total, but he is still up.
Oof. Oofa.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we have Niall take his swing at the same guy and see if we can take him down?
Okay.
All right. Come on, baby. Come on, Niall.
Come on, Niall.
He's rolling. Oh, that's
yeah.
a 19 on the
19 on the die.
for a 24. So I think that'll hit. Okay, he's gonna roll that D10.
Maximum
Oh,
effort.
that's
He
good.
maxed it out. Doesn't get
So
better
that's
than that.
13 points of damage. To
Okay,
that.
y'all. So between Goran and y'all, just like looming over this baboon as it's struggling to get up, and y'all just puts an end to it by slicing open its neck. Just
Sweet.
done. One down. Anyone else attacking?
And,
Yost is next, I think. So Yost has the iron spear. Oops. Oh, yeah, I keep doing that. Okay, we're going to roll it.
Does he want to attack the slowed one that Mort got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he has a total, unless does the slowing affect its AC?
I think it probably would.
Because I rolled a 12, unless the spear has some bonuses that I don't know about.
Okay, so you did end up hitting. You don't know if it was because of the spear or if because it was. Well, you attribute it to the fact that it can't put up as quite a good of a defense.
Fine. All right. I'm going to roll my D8 for 5 plus 3, 8 points of damage to the snow monkey. So that's what, 14 on that one.
Yeah, so it's kind of rending up like with its claws to kind of attack you, Mort, and then your doughty companion Yost comes up from behind, just basically rams the spear like right up into the small of its back, and it just kind of in silence, like it's like Yost like a huge iron spear, just like got this wriggling goblet on the end of yours.
Like Gary Oldman in the Dracula movie with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. Like silhouetted, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
And
the torch light or the little lantern light flickering behind him.
He very slowly writhes down the length of the spear and dies a horrible death.
So that's awesome. So there are 4 left now.
There are 4 left. Yeah. Anyone left on your turn?
Sam has not.
Sam and Av.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Sam will go first.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got a +3. There we go. That's an natural 20.
Goodness, throwing rocks. Throwing rocks.
All
There
right.
you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Good
And
job,
what is
Sam.
she? She's a 1d8 plus 3, so she'll roll 2d8. This is a deadly weapon, right?
Deadly
So
weapon,
she'll-
yep, 2d8.
Okay, so the first one is 6, and the second one is an 8.
Oh, maxed it.
Take that one.
She'll take that 8, so that's 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. So this does appear to be the one that she went after to be the most doughty of all of the baboons. So it was a mighty blow as she pierces the side of the baboon, but it continues on and whips around at her, baring its teeth.
Okay. Are
Spitting
there for Av's attack with Shrieker? Are there any of those 4 that are not directly in melee with anybody, so we can aim at those?
Yeah, there's actually 3 that are still out of melee.
Okay, so yeah, he'll take take aim at one of those,
Okay.
so as to not hit his pals, because it
Thank
makes him feel bad. So
Makes
this
us
is
feel worse.
so this is a +3 to hit.
Okay.
Yep. With Shrieker in the silence.
Well, it should be plus an additional 1 because of short range. It just I don't know if you.
Okay. So +4. So that would make it a 17 total.
Okay,
He rolled
yeah.
a 13.
No problem.
Very nice.
Nice.
Okay. Damage die is 1d8 +2. Okay. D8.
Oh, clerics have a D8 hit point? That's amazing.
Well, Av does because he's level 5.
Man, you guys are rolling high tonight.
So that's 9 points.
9 points. Okay. So, also not dead, but you whip the thing like 360 degrees. That's how hard you hit it with your sling bullet. Just like whirls.
Oh wait,
around.
actually, it might be even more than that because Shrieker is a +2, and he gets +2 from level 5, so that's +4. That's actually 11.
No, you don't get that. That's only
You
to
don't
hit.
add that
I don't
to
get that.
damage.
No.
Okay.
Only your
Okay.
Only your strength.
Only
yeah.
to hit. Okay.
Yeah.
I got greedy. I'm sorry.
No, all good.
I
All right,
rolled
so-
good once, and
But
so
you really you took the wind out of it big time as it whirls around.
Nice.
And once again, remember that the whole thing is just taking place in just silence. Yeah. That was the end of the round for you guys, right?
yeah.
Okay.
That's everybody.
So you guys just came in like a thunderstorm and just laid waste. These like 2 of them are dead. 2 of them are like all fucked up. There's only 2 that are fresh, and they are like completely blindsided. Like they had no idea what's going on. It is now their turn. The 2 that are fresh and are not engaged, they immediately bolt. For
Words?
yeah, they try to get let's see.
Because all the exits are covered.
Yeah, they are going to. I actually think they're gonna attempt to move out the way that you guys came in because of the threat of Gorn and Mort, who have already drawn blood. They're going to attempt to go back out the way that they came, the way that you guys came.
So they have to pass Sam and
Av.
Jarl.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's no attacks of opportunity, right? They are not
Right.
engaged in melee, so they can move freely, just like you guys were able to move freely through the baboons. They're able to move freely through. However, when they kind of come into the short little 10-foot corridor as they move through, they're staring right down Trestee's crossbow, right?
Right.
So they are going to, let's see, they can move. I think they're going to basically move through and they're going to engage Trestee. They're going to attempt to fuck up Trestee.
That's no bueno.
Yeah.
Does her attack go off kind of thing? Like, or no?
Unfortunately not. No.
Oh, okay. Well, Trustee, sorry about that.
Okay, so let's see.
Not to be a quibbler. I am going to quibble just a little bit. You said the only reason we were able to move through the combat was because it was a surprise round.
Yeah, that's true. But there's just no. There's no AOs. There's just not it's not the addition for it.
Okay.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
But so if they are doing a full retreat, it means their armor class goes down, which should have affected our.
No.
Did we miss anybody?
No, you
we
get
didn't.
You get
Didn't
you
fight
get a
these guys.
bonus to attack them should you win initiative, right? But
Which we
okay.
did.
yeah. So they
But they didn't declare that they were running away.
no, they're doing a
So
fight.
we-
They're doing a fighting withdrawal. So
Okay.
they're not. What they're doing is they're just moving. They're not retreating. because they were
Right.
never engaged in
Okay.
melee to begin with. You see what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? So they don't have to defend themselves from you guys. You guys are already engaged with other foes, so they are able to maneuver through. Yeah.
But then they encounter someone blocking the way, so they have to encounter her.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yeah. Now they could just, if they wanted to, they could just slip by. They could just move because it's their initiative now. Tresty, they could just move past Tresty if they wanted to. In fact, you know what I think I'm going to do? Is I think I'm going to have one of them actually barrel into Tresty while the other one continues on.
Ugh.
Okay, so
She got 4 hit points, boys.
here we go. What's her AC?
12.
Oof. I rolled a 2 on the die. That's a miss. So it comes at her and it's shrieking and it's out of the silence. So it's like, it bursts into the corridor and immediately is already screaming. So it's just like mid scream, you hear just like rah, as it leaps at Tresty. She screams, ducks underneath its blow as the other one bolts past her towards the east and out of your sight. Okay.
Oh, so he goes east. He goes down to that hallway.
He goes
Yes.
east or west?
East. So here's the deal. So you guys are all in this room right here. Let me show the people at home here as well. So
Everyone
you
at
guys
home wants to know.
you guys are all right here, right? Okay.
Yep.
There is Tresty and one baboon are engaged right here.
Yep.
Okay, and then there's one that went into this direction, but you can't see him anymore. Got it?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now that was the end of the.
Box.
Okay, no, those were 2 of them. And then we have 2 that are hurt. One's engaged with Sam and one's engaged with Avaricios. So here we go. Sam first. What's Sam's AC?
Sam's AC is. I will tell you what her AC is. 17.
17 is a miss as she blocks one blow coming at her. Actually, do they have multiple? They might. Yes, they do.
Oops.
But do they only get that if they're not moving? Is that a rule? I don't even know.
Nope. Okay, so miss.
Keep trying, Mike.
Natural
You'll figure out
20 with a claw.
Oh, that will hit.
And then another miss. So one claw hits. And that's going to do 2 points of damage to Sam. So it gets in between her armor there. Then I'm going to quick back up and do the other 2 attacks against Tresty. It's a hit against Tresty. And another hit against Tresty. So 1 claw and 1 bite. 2 for the claw. Oh, and 1 for the bite. She's still up. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Good job, Tresty.
Wow.
New favorite elf.
Yeah. So you can hear her screaming and she's like, help me, help me. As the rest of you guys are completely silent. And it's just tearing into her. So that was one of them. And then the other one attacking Avaricios. Here we go. That's going to be... what's your AC, Avaricios?
It's a 19.
That's a hit.
Oh.
A miss. And a nat 20. All right.
Oh, they get 3. Wow. Okay.
One for the
bite, baby.
1 for the claw and 4 for the bites for a total of 5 points of damage as it lunges into you, Avaricios, in complete silence as blood flies out of Avaricios' mouth.
Ouch.
Top of the round. Anyone retreating? Or
I don't know if this counts as a retreat, but I'm going to go help Tresty.
Wait, Gorand is?
Yeah.
that is a retreat. Well, you can fighting withdrawal as well, but if you like.
What if you go? So one of those guys went east. What if you go south and try to do it? Because Nyal can book it and try to catch her.
So there's only 2 that are in the room right now, and there's a shitload of you guys. So I'm declaring that both of my guys, the ones that just hit Sam and Avaricios, are going to full retreat.
Right. Okay. I say we Gorand and Mort and either Nyal or Nyost butcher these 2, and then whoever's like Sam and somebody else and Avaricious are closest to the door to the south. they should go help Trusty.
That's fine. As long as that's like a top priority thing.
There's 6 of us. We should 3 and 3. Let's do this, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah, well, I can beam the guy from here with the. Can I? If I'm in melee with someone, can I use my ranged weapon at somebody farther away?
Not really. No.
Okay.
I mean, like if you're engaged, you can't. Yeah.
But I could step away from him to do that.
You could, but that would be you had to declare that before initiative is rolled, which is what we're at right now.
Okay.
Right. I mean, Sam and Yost are in a position to help Trusty, basically.
I'm fine with that. They should both go gangbang that guy.
You guys are okay to declare retreats because they are also retreating, which means that the bonus that would normally apply to your enemies would not apply because they're not taking advantage of it.
Yeah, but it's also a good opportunity to just kill them, and not let them get away, right? So I think I like Ted's plan. I think we stay on the 2 that are trying to retreat. He and I and maybe Niall as like a finisher.
Yes.
On the 2 that are on us, right?
Yeah, and then Av, Sam, and Yost go help Trusty.
Yes.
And John, Trusty is going to do a fighting withdrawal. She's going to do a fighting withdrawal.
Fighting withdrawal, which direction?
Back up into the room with us.
Back up in with you. Okay, cool. All right.
Silent. Ooh.
All right. So the only people that are so no one is actually doing melee movement except for Trusty, then, right?
Now, let's see. I could, if we're able to do that, I could cast Hold Person. If I can get down into that hallway, I could cast Hold Person on the one that's on Trusty and the one that's trying to get away.
I think that's a great idea.
The one that's trying to get away is the bigger problem. The one that's on Trusty, you've got 2 people coming after him right now.
Yeah. So I will.
This assumes we win initiative, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, I just need to know who's. Avaricios, you need to declare if you're casting a spell.
Because I can't move and cast a spell, right? I have to cast. If I'm going to cast a spell, I have to cast it.
That's the only thing you're doing. That's right. Yeah.
From here.
Yeah.
And
you should not do that because there's no point in casting it from right here.
Right.
Well, I can't. I'm in the silence. No, y'all's going to move out to where Trusty is, so I would be out of it.
No, y'all is staying with us. Me and
that's right.
Mort, you should go try and move and see if you can hit Shrieker. Use Shrieker on the guy that's trying to escape.
Yeah.
I'll run down the hallway and try to use Shrieker on the guy that's escaping.
Okay, cool. All right.
And I'll go last after everybody does this.
Okay, so I'm declaring retreats for the 2 that are currently engaged. And let's roll for initiative. I got a 5. Who's rolling?
Matt.
Okay. You give me a 5. Fine. Here I go. Here comes a 6, and you're going to feel bad.
I won't feel bad. I'll feel happy.
Damn it. It's a 3.
It's a 3.
Okay.
So those 2 are they are leaving. They disengage from you guys. They run back out. They see that the one is engaged with Trusty, and so they follow their companion to the east and disappear. You can hear a door open and then slam shut within seconds.
And you can behind me
and you can hear screaming and hooting and hollering down that eastern corridor. At the same time, hear the engaged. So those guys are gone, and then we have the one that is with Trusty right now, who won, and it continues to lay into Trusty.
Oh well.
Miss.
Terrible plan. Whose idea was
this? Miss?
Oh, that's what's her AC?
12.
Miss. Yeah, barely.
Jesus.
But not so lucky with the last one. The bite gets her, which is probably going to lay her low for 2 points.
Yep, she's dead.
Okay, so as per my rules and the house rules, retainers do not get death and dismemberment.
They die.
Death at 0 for retainers. Trusty, it has been an honor, a pleasure, but she failed to regain her spellbook. And she is rent limb from limb by a giant baboon, which is smart enough not to just stay there and eat. It will immediately attempt to to flee. So it uses its attacks, and then it bolts east as well. And Tresty's limp form slumps to the ground, spreading blood before you as you approach with horror.
We should be able to chase it, right? Because we still have movement and attacks.
Yes, but it
wasn't one of those guys slowed too.
No, that guy
killed him.
Actually, real quick, I actually need to go to the bathroom real bad. We'll pick it up real quick after we get back.
Okay,
Just give me 1 second. I'm
You
bursting
need to go
it.
think about what you just did to Trusty.
I
John.
know. I
think
got to
about
ruminate. I'm like bursting at the seams. So just give us a moment. We'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, bladder's empty. We're good to go. So we're in the midst of the round. I'm sorry about that, but it had to be done. So Tresty, unfortunately, is dead. The rest of you guys are piling out of the room as fast as you possibly can. So this is what I'm going to say, is because they won initiative, everyone that retreated got through that door and slammed the door, except for the one that took its action to kill Tresty. So when you guys move out to chase, right, you do see the one is like dripping blood, dripping Tresty's blood is like running full towards that door. It's like slammed up against that door. Is about to wrench it open whenever you guys whip around the corner. Okay, and now it's your guys' round.
Okay. So Sam and Yost, I guess, and Av are closest. So, Goran, you and me and Niall want to try and step backwards and head south towards that door?
I think so. I think we try and hit that door to the south right there.
Assuming that corridor connects up. We don't know if it is.
I mean, you could look at a glance and see if it is, though, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
All we have to do is look around the corner, John, and look straight south behind us there.
Yeah.
And do we see that door that we believe is there, or does that corridor do something else?
It does. It connects up. Yeah.
Okay, so let's Goran and Mort and Niall run to that door.
Got it.
And Av and Sam and Yost. Classic pincer movement on the monkey.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Can Sam? It seems like she would have the movement to get up to the guy, right, at that door,
That ran through her.
right?
So-
10, 20, 30.
I would say
40.
because the northern guys, so Mort and Goran and y'all, have to open a door that they wouldn't be able to attack this round. They could open the door, but I would say anyone coming from the south could definitely move and attack.
Sounds good.
All right. So I guess Av would go down and attack first while nobody's in melee with them. And then who's it? Yost and y'all or Niall?
Yost and Sam.
Yost and Sam. Okay, so those guys can book it around. So Av will book it down into the hallway and take a shot with Streaker to try to take the guy out.
Okay.
All right. He will roll his attack. Oh, that's not going to hit. That's a 5 on the dice, which is an 8 total. So I whiff it.
Yeah, that's not going to do it. And that also did shriek, right? Because Niall was with the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already making noise, so.
Yeah, they are. Okay, so that misses. It cracks against the wall. Who else is down there?
And then Sam. Yeah, I'll do Sam. She'll run up and do the man weeper. Also a +3 to hit. Here you go. Come on, Sam. Oh, that's a 17 on the die. +3 is 20.
No problem at all. Yep.
Okay. And she rolls a D8 +3 damage.
Okay.
4 +3, 7 points damage.
7. All right. Does not kill.
All right.
Definitely jabs into the side of it. It howls in pain, preventing it from opening the door. Yes.
Yost will run full tilt into this guy with the great iron spear, the weight of this mighty weapon.
Okay. Yeah.
I rolled a 17 and I add some numbers to it.
Ah.
I think I might have done something. I rolled 6 points +3. So I do 9.
Okay. You did 9.
Plus whatever the spear does.
Okay, so you actually did 11.
Ooh.
And it rams deep into it. Basically, like he comes down like almost like a battering ram with the thick spear, just pegs the guy like right into the door itself, and he just like quivers on the door, and dies.
Yeah, I do that. That sounds good.
Sorry, did I overstep what you said you were doing? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, I liked it. That's what I was saying. Yeah, let's do that. I want him quivering and stuck to the door as mute testament to those who come later and discover dead monkeys.
Wonderful. Okay. So that was the guys to the south, and the rest of you guys are coming from the north, and you open the door. However, the three of you to the north, Gorn, Mort, and Y'all, as you run through, and you guys, actually, Y'all is actually fighting blind. Gorn and Mort are using their infravision.
He's just going to have a hand on somebody's shoulder, and we'll lead him along.
Right. Yeah. So, however, you can feel you hear Njal shiver in fear, actually, because he's blind. You can see him like he's like breathing heavily right at the same time, and he whips his head around as he's like, "Did you hear that?" And then because you can hear baboons like in general like screaming, but behind you directly as you whip your head around, you see like predator vision. You just see like multiple glowing forms are just like coming from behind you as well, hooting and hollering as they just come barreling down the hallway from you. They're probably as you guys are right. Let's see, you guys are right here, okay? And you can see forms coming like from up here, coming down the hallway.
Okay. Couple things. Does that corridor connect, or do we have a little...
It connects. That's what you asked me, right? When you turn, you just glance down there.
That the corridor connected to the door, but is it like this?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So, other thing, I don't think we hear any of that, John. Isn't Niall silenced?
Niall has the silence on him.
His silence is on him, but it only affects the sound that's within that 15-foot radius, right? So you can hear things that are outside that radius. You just can't hear things that are within the radius. You see what I'm saying?
So he's tapping us on the shoulder and pointing instead of saying...
Noise from outside the area can be heard by those within it.
Yeah, so you're hearing the hooting and hollering from beyond. You just can't hear anything in your immediate vicinity. Yeah.
That's great. I say we open the door and immediately start running west.
Yes. Absolutely. And we scoop up Trusty's body as we go. So she's carrying that wand.
It appears to be 3 forms of bright light are coming towards you.
Oh, 3 more baboons?
Mm-hmm.
You want to take them?
I thought it was like predator vision type thing.
It is predator vision.
Yes, but I think we do. Right. But let's retreat back to the Compass Rose room, Ted.
Let me... Yeah. Oh, well, no, because there's possibly baboons to the south.
Okay, but your action was basically to move down that corridor and open the door, correct? So
we open the door. Let's go through and start heading west, and we'll think about where we want to stop and fight. But,
okay, so right now the door is open, I'll say, but you guys have not moved through because that was your action, was to open the door.
Okay.
And then that leaves us at the end of the round, right? Because you guys lost. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
Everyone has acted. Okay. So there are no more baboons from the original fight. Those have all moved through the door to the east, just so you're aware. There are now 3 more new baboons coming down from the north. Okay, that's the situation right now. So no one is engaged. Does anyone want to cast? Does Everest just want to cast a spell?
No, but I realized I may have to retcon a little bit here because I'd left the lantern was on the floor up in that northern corridor.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to have to run back up and pick that back up.
You would have to do that because you did use Shrieker down here.
Right.
So I would have let you retcon that if you had a hand free, but you don't. So yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. So I'll run back up and grab the lantern so we have light.
Okay, so we need to roll for initiative. So let's roll for initiative.
Instead of casting a spell.
Yeah, so I'm not casting a spell.
Actually, guys,
I got a two. Who's rolling for initiative?
I'll do it. It's my turn.
Okay.
Mike, maybe we should just stand and deliver.
Just roll for initiative first and then determine. You guys won. Okay, great.
Let's just fight these bastards.
I don't. Ted, if we get cut off from our retreat, we're going to be back in Plunger Town, and it's going to suck. So I would just say maybe let me get my little hand icon. Why don't we just withdraw to like this point right here? You can't see it.
Oh, you got to use the teardrop.
Oh, teardrop. Why don't we just withdraw right? My cursor just disappeared. There it is.
Yeah, fine. Okay, we'll go there.
If you guys go back through the room, you can grab the light on the way.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm using the pointer. The teardrop.
It was a giant. Like my whole screen said, Goran.
I don't see anything. Nothing is appearing on mine.
I didn't see that.
I saw it. I saw it. It was disturbing.
Weird.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's a fine spot, Mike. I agree. Let's go there. So we let's back up to that point and set our spears
through the room,
Char.
right? Like through the room.
Yeah, go through the room and grab the light.
Grabbing the lantern. Okay. Setting your spears. Got it. Okay. Is Nyal's doing the same thing, I assume, following you?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll keep Nyal with us until he's into the light, and then he can move on his own.
Okay. And the rest of you? Av? NPCs?
Yeah, I'm going to... I'm actually concerned people are coming down the other way, right? Just, concerned about it. Right? So I'm going to start going down that hallway.
To the west.
Well, I'll wait for the light to come down. So I'll stay where I am kind of in this until the group goes, and then I'll back up.
I thought you were going to go get the light.
I can go get it. I thought you can
I thought we were going through the room, Ted, and grabbing the light on our way down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works either way.
Okay, so the point is that everyone is basically meeting up in that corridor.
Yeah.
Just to the west of the corridor that leads north, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so you all do that. You kind of set yourselves up and everything like that. And then with your spears and everything, the baboons, you hear like, row, and they come barreling south, not through the room, but actually through the door that you guys had just opened, like the northern door. Yeah. And they come like, they're coming like full tilt, so they actually sort of like bang into that far wall, like and they it's basically like a standoff, right? It's like you guys on one end of the hallway, them on the other end of the hallway, right? And they are just ravening baboons, so they would. I'm actually going to look to see how. I'm actually have to check a movement right here for a second. Oh, they're fat.
I feel like these guys.
They're
that
fat.
Opening scene in the Mad Max movie with the war boys, and they're all chasing him in the tunnels.
Oh yeah, totally. What's if your move is 120, that means you're moving 40, right? Yeah, so got it. So I just got to check because this could be a thing. Can they get to you? That's the question. 1, 2, 3. They definitely cannot. All right, so I'm going to say that they come through the door and they barrel into that wall and they basically set themselves, and it's just like a quick moment of each of you guys like facing each other down, right? As you can feel like their muscles tense, like they're about to just explode with power towards you, and that is the round. Spells. Abricios.
All right, guys, how about I put a hold on these monkeys so that we can grab Trusty's body and get the hell out of here?
Yep.
What do you think? Yeah.
How well does the hold work, and can we coup de grace them while they're held?
Yes, you absolutely can fucking coup de grace them while you're.
Yeah. So against a group, it's a D4, so it is random, and they all have to make save versus spells in order to be affected. You okay with that?
I mean, I think it's worth a shot, dude.
I would love to cast this spell. I'm going to cast this spell.
Okay, so Abricios, please. What's the range on that puppy, anyways?
Hold person, I will tell you.
180. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll me a d4 to see how many you might affect.
Okay. All right. So let's do this. 3.
3. Nice. That is how many there are.
Yes.
Amazing.
3 is the number.
And the number of the monkeys shall be 3.
And I'll tell you, because it's going to be dramatic, what their target number is for their saving throw. Not easy for them to make this. It is 16 or higher to make the save.
All right.
So here we go.
Come on. Roll bad.
Let me just find their hit points here, just so I know what I'm talking about. All right, got it. Here we go. Got it.
John doesn't roll bad, Av.
He's going to now.
Okay. We're looking for 15 or lower is what you guys want. Here we go. First monkey.
I love it. Okay.
Success.
Yes.
For you guys.
Yeah.
Failure.
Oh, we will have to kill that one.
And success. Okay, so 2 out of 3 are hail. So you like hold forth your holy symbol. You're like halt, and there you can see them bunching up their muscles, right? And just as they're at the lake, they're just like, while the other one like explodes past his brothers as it fails to connect on him, and he comes forward. Oh, actually, what am I doing? This was all you just declared a spell. We didn't even roll initiative yet.
Yeah,
I like this. I like this though, John. This is fine. You should just go with it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I got to backtrack. All that lovely exposition for nothing. Initiative. Here we go.
All right, I think it's my turn.
I got a 6.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why would you? I also got a 6.
Ted, the negator.
Okay,
That's
you roll
2 in 1
initiative all the time now.
That's 2 in 1 night.
Sure, yeah.
I got a 3.
I have a 5.
Nicely done, Ted. You did that twice to me now tonight. I'll remember that. I'll remember that.
Oh no,
He's gonna kill your retainer.
Okay, so Av, would you have shouted out like, "Don't do anything until I do this"?
Yeah.
Okay, then we can
I can hold them, guys. I can hold them.
Right. So this is great because it actually plays out the way that I described it. Right. So you guys don't do anything. You wait for the spell phase, and then Avaricios, let's go. And then, but the other one has not sprung forward yet because you guys did win initiative. So if you guys want to run up and meet the one, you can.
I'm gonna charge him.
Only two people can bear down on this guy though because of the width of the corridor.
Come on, man. You and me, dude.
Absolutely, Morton Gorand.
I lied. You do have a bunch of spear and polearm wielders that do have reach from second rank. So
Okay. Well, yeah,
Let's
Sam.
do it.
If you guys go first. If you miss, Sam and Yost can go from behind.
Okay.
cool.
Let's
Who's
go.
up?
Okay, Gorand.
Okay, I'll roll.
Go for it.
The one that's not held, John.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not going to do it. That's a 12.
12 is not going to do it yet. That's a miss.
All right. So Mort weaves and dodges and sneaks in there with his stubby little. Oh, he misses a lot.
Wow.
All
Okay,
right,
so
a
both
3
Gorn and Mort were both counting on Avaricios being able to hold all of them, so they were surprised that one was still functional.
Well, I wanted to give you guys a chance to shine, and here's what show me the things.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you.
Kill it, Sam.
All right.
Sam also rolls back. Sam rolls a 2.
dear.
Okay.
All right. Yost, come on.
So Yost can't do it because there was 2 people that were facing off, taking up the corner. Yeah, but not every. It's basically like one person over the top of the front rank. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody can go over. Yeah, like one extra person could attack with the.
Can you kill one of the held ones?
Yes, you could. Yeah, you can coup de grace that. You can move through and. Well, yeah, sure. If I allowed you guys to move through all those enemies before, then Yost could move through.
All right. Yost will go up and he will
End one. Cool.
end a monkey.
Nice. Okay. That was
Right
it
on.
for you guys, right?
Niall can still sing. No, he's silenced.
Can he retrieve the wand from Trusty?
Just grab Trusty's pack.
You could. You could also have Niall take care of the other one if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Dispose of the other one.
All right.
Yeah.
Chop.
Okay. So the one. This all happens pretty fast. So
That one is now totally surrounded.
yeah, he's pretty much surrounded. Although two people are actually taking care of the held ones, right? So.
But he's right at the end of the corridor, and there's a closed door.
He also can't break. He can't break away because he wasn't able to declare it.
Right.
So, I think he's going to. He has to attack. So, we have Mort and Gorn are right in its face, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, determining randomly.
Or Gort, as we like to call our fighting duo.
Gort.
That's your ship name.
1 to 2. 1 to 2 is Gornd. It is Gornd, and it attacks Gornd. Here we go. Claw, miss. Claw, miss. Bite. Yeah, miss. I didn't roll over a 10 for any of those things. Gorn, you're just like shield in front. You can just hear scraping on the other side. You're like, no, not gonna happen. That was
We're gonna change your name to Goran, the one-man shield wall.
Exactly. Okay, top of the round. My last baboon is declaring a retreat, full retreat. Anyone else declaring anything? No. Okay, initiative, please.
Full on. Okay.
I got a 4.
You do it, Ted. You do it.
Yeah, you do. You're better than all of us at this.
My God. Oh wait, I rolled.
We got a 14. We're staying with it.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it.
You can erase
Sorry
them.
about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that I don't know how I did that. 5.
You win. Great.
Sweet. All right. Click that. Okay. Mort will roll a 15 on the pin.
That's a hit.
And the pin does do 2 plus 3 plus 2. So 7 points of damage to the monkey.
Okay.
Ooh,
does not kill it.
And he has to save versus being slowed.
All right. Okay.
Which reduces his likelihood of running away from us.
He just made it. He hit the number exactly. He's not slowed. By the way, Ted, you actually rolled 2 higher than that because you get a bonus of +2 because it was retreating fully.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter because you hit anyways. But Goran, you also get that. So whatever you normally get to hit, you get it to add an additional 2.
Got it. Let's do it.
All right, ready.
Let's see. That's a 9 plus 3 is 12 plus 2 more is 14.
That is exactly its AC. So it's because you're attacking it from the back that you actually hit.
Nice.
Which is amazing.
Oh, but how's that for amazing right there?
Minimum damage.
Take that 2 points, baby.
Not going to quite do it. You weren't quite expecting it to turn around and flee so quickly, so you weren't able to get a beat on it.
No, I was expecting it, John. It's just incompetence.
Sam's got this, boys. Sam's got this.
And y'all can attack, right?
They can. No.
I mean, they moved past him, so they're between him and his retreat.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just don't quite see how like 5 people in a 10-foot wide corridor could actually gang up on one creature. You know what I mean? It's it's a little odd. You know?
2 from the front, 2 from the back, and 1 over.
I'll tell you this: like so Sam, Njal, and Yost all have the opportunity to attack, but only one of them can do it. So who do you want to have attack?
Yost.
What's Yost have? Sam's only got a +3 to hit.
Yost has got a +2 spear plus a strength bonus.
Don't forget you get a +2 in addition to whatever you normally would have.
Although Njal is like a level 4 fighter, so
yeah, Njal has a +5 to hit.
That's what Yost is sporting right now, plus the +2. So, I mean, Njal probably does more damage than Yost.
D10.
Yeah, he does more damage than Yost. So
okay, so let's
go have Njal take a swing.
Okay.
All right.
So whatever you roll, Everest, normally you also get to add another +2.
Okay. All right. So here's Njal's swing with the battle axe.
Okay.
That's a 13 on the die. That's going to hit.
Yeah. So you don't get a +2 to damage. You just get the normal damage that you would normally do.
Okay. So he's going to roll that D10. That's 10.
Oh.
That's max damage, baby.
Fat damage. All right.
So that's
half a monkey to take home.
13 total points of damage.
X monkey.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah. As it goes down screaming on the
No,
end.
it's in a silent zone.
Oh, that's right.
You don't hear a thing.
That's right. Quick and deadly.
We should try to bring Trusty's body back with us. I don't want to leave her down here.
No.
Okay, so that was. Let me just think. So was silence? Yeah. So
well, we need to take her and put her into the spaceship pods along with an Axamander and just sort of start filling that up with all of our dead PCs and NPCs.
Well, I tell you this, the list of people who know about that spaceship is getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah, true.
It's just us and Njal, or us and Yos and y'all now.
Okay, so there was baboons that escaped through that eastern door. Okay, you can definitely hear from the other side of that door. You hear a cacophony of hooting, and you hear kind of underlying all of it underneath, like the high pitched hooting. There's like a low, which you have definitely heard before. Mm-hmm. You've definitely heard this voice before. In fact, I would say that because they were kind of different in their looks, that you can peg this one as Cisco. And Cisco was the really big younger one that appeared to be Garalad's like right hand forearm baboon, and you can hear it from like the other side. And there appears to be not only the voices of the ones that escaped into that room, but also additional ones, like a whole bunch of baboons, like right beyond the eastern door, and they appear to be like right on the other side of the door.
So too close to spike the door shut.
Yeah, because we'd have to run all the way down there.
Spike the door, they would be pounding through before.
Depends on how quickly you think that they might be bursting through, if they're going to burst through. But it's up to you.
I think we grab Trusty and go up to the lab and spike that door.
Well, we scoop the clay out of the lock, so it latches.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so let's run away.
Run away, John. We're gonna beat feet back up to the lab. We're gonna jam up that door if we can.
And we want to drag Trusty with us if we can.
Okay, so touch and go. Trusty's going to slow you down a lot. Okay,
we just need her backpack.
Yeah. Oh, are you not taking the body?
I want to bring the body. I understand.
I mean, let's
bring Squeegee with you, but that's cool.
There wasn't anything left to bring.
Sure.
That's a legit question. Are you just bringing her pack, or are you bringing her body? That's a difference between like a whole bracket of movement.
How far do we think we could get with her body? How much?
I think we just got to not meta this, and we just got to run for our lives, right? Like, I think we just got to run for our lives. We just take her pack. I'm sorry. Good Trusty. You were wonderful.
Was she?
Well, she dodged a lot of fucking baboon attacks, dude.
She did.
She almost made it, and then she didn't, and that was sad. And she almost made it.
Grab the pack.
Okay.
We got to grab the pack, and more importantly, the only thing we really care about is the wand.
If you grab
the wand is in her belt or something, John, we literally just grab that and go.
Well, she has the Arcanum 2 in her pack. We should grab her pack if we can't.
Oh, she had the Arcanum in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna grab her pack and everything that she basically has on her that's valuable, right? And you're like, sorry, Trusty, but we don't have the time, right? Yeah. And you leave her. Okay, so so you're like, fuck, and you grab as much as you can. You do a little salute to Trusty, and you book it back to the Cardinal room, and then you're going immediately north, running through that door, removing the clay, and shutting the door behind you.
Yeah, correct. And then spiking it if we're not being chased by baboons right away.
Okay, so with that as the plan, as you guys are in the midst of grabbing Trusty's stuff, all right, the doors burst open, right, and fill it, like basically they all tumble out like fucking lemmings. They're just like they just boil out like a ton of baboons, and looming in the entranceway behind them, like shutting out like the light behind you, is the massive form of Cisco, and he's a big fucker.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, you know. Oof. Yeah. Do I get a description of specifically? No, but you get the picture. He's four-armed. He's like Goro or whatever he was from Mortal Kombat. Yeah. He's fucking big. He you can actually hear him speak in Arcanton, like a halting Arcanton. You go like, "You," he says, and they come barreling out, and you guys book it as fast as you possibly can. So let's see. I'm going to say it's all down to an initiative roll.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, crap.
Yep.
Ted.
Go, Ted, go.
What are you doing?
The only one who will live will be Onweir.
I rolled a 2. I rolled a 2. Who's rolling?
Ted.
Who's rolling?
Come on, Ted.
Not me. I'm not doing it.
Ted's doing it?
I'd rather die with
I'll roll
dice
on the
rolls.
condition that Mort is first in line to roll. Mort is not at the back of the line.
Okay.
Oh God! All right, here we go. Here's my. All right, and then I'm going to roll this, and then John's going to say, "That's a great time to stop for the night." We're going to stop it right here.
Depends on what. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, here's my roll. 4.
Ah, nicely
Yes!
done, Ted. Pulled through. Okay, that's good. That's good for our pacing for the session because otherwise we would have had to stop it. But yeah, you excellent. So you guys know they're coming through. You're ripping off the things, and so they come through and they start barreling out. And you're like fuck, and you do, because you won initiative, manage to get all of the important stuff. So we're gonna have to figure out where those slots are going to go for. But you grab them off. And you run as fast as you possibly can through that door, hearing them behind you, like right there. So here's the question. Normally, you would move as a group and you would move as the slowest person. Is your slow? I assume that's probably Avaricios. What are you moving at, Avaricios?
Avaricios is at 90.
At 90, okay, yeah. Look at your NPC sheets real quick. Is anyone sitting at 60? I don't think anyone is.
Actually,
we haven't. Oh wow, we haven't picked up anything yet.
Well, oh no, I'm at 90. Right.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm at 90.
Okay.
Sam's fast. She's at one. No, she's at 90. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the deal. If
And I
if you do it the normal way, which is dungeon exploration, where you're limited by the slowest person because everyone kind of wants to keep up with everybody, you would be moving at 90. They have 120. Okay, so you would not be able to get through that door and lock it before they could catch up with you. Okay. However, those of you who are at 120 could do so if you're willing to ditch your fellows.
So Yost is at 120, and he would never ditch his comrades. But he would do something like run up to that door.
What are you at?
Okay.
What are you at, Jordan? I didn't see it.
I'm at 120. I'm at 120, baby.
Because
Don't you
you're,
have
let's
a-
see. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so for those moving at 90, you would basically be. Well, no, because you're
Actually,
running as
how
fast as you possibly
much-
can, but so are they.
So
So
let me
are
ask
they.
you this, though, John. Can the people that move at 120 go ahead, get the door open, and be ready to slam it shut when the other people come through?
Or how
No.
about this too?
Yeah.
How about this too? If the fastest person was the one who grabbed the stuff and everybody else took off while he was grabbing the stuff out of the pack.
Actually, I'm not thinking right. You guys won initiative. You're also running full blast, which means that you're not moving at 90. You're actually moving much faster, but so are they. Because they're also running as fast as they possibly can. But with the rate that you're going, you would definitely be able to get past the door and then lock it. Because it locks on its own.
Right.
Right?
You don't just spike it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you would have to remove the clay. The clay is...
I mean, that's a...
Yeah, but I think
It
that's the
takes
key,
time.
right? That's the key. Because otherwise it's just a straight shot letting the door slam behind you, right? But it's removing the clay is what safety is, right? So
well, quick question: does a helmet take a slot?
a helmet takes a slot, yes.
An equipped slot.
Yeah.
equipped
on
slot,
the
yeah.
equipped slot, yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
So, okay, armor, helmet, shield, weapon. I'm in the 90 range.
I think it's fine.
So-
I don't think it matters because you won initiative.
So
So
can
I
we
think
do
it's
this,
fine.
though, John? I move at 120,
Mhm.
right? Can I run up faster than them and get the clay out of the door and then be ready to slam it
Oh,
shut
there
when they
you
go
go.
through?
Yes, I buy that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Okay.
makes sense too. Also, because you have the infravision, so you can see before. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I would say like the whole notion is like in the reality of the situation, like initiative would mean that you got the jump on them. So you would actually be able to start moving before they did. Right. So I think it's fine. I'm not trying to like fish for reasons why to allow you guys to escape. I'm just trying to think about it logically. Like you shouldn't be punished for winning initiative, right? There should be a, you should be able to.
No, because if we had failed initiative, we would be up to our asses and monkeys right now.
Yes, correct. That's correct. Yeah. So I'm fine with it. I am satisfied with this. Okay. So yeah, Goran, you move up as quickly as you possibly can. You remove the clay and you're like, get in, move. And everyone like trucks up as fast as they can. Baboons on your tail. You can feel the ground shake from behind you as Cisco is pounding up from behind them as well. And then you slam the door shut. Dramatic effect, of course, is when the baboons hit the door, right? And you can hear the pounding of the as Cisco is pounding with all 4 arms on the door. As you guys are like, as your heart's like going a mile a minute, as you're back in the laboratory.
All right, and there's a secret door that leads to the staircase, right? So that's. Do we try and wedge this door with one of the tables or something to hold it longer, or do we just grab it?
I think we grab it. I think we get out of here.
Yeah,
we're moving tables. They'll break through while we're moving the tables around.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we take out the spikes, we go into the secret door, and we go up. Let it close behind us. Absolutely.
Okay, so you're gonna so you want the secret door to
close behind us.
So they had no idea like where you guys went or anything like that, right? Assuming that they can get through. And then, so are you going to actually attempt to go all the way up, all those 200 and whatever feet out? Or are you going to like kind of retreat back up and just sort of listen and wait? Or
No, I think we're gonna go.
I think we go up because I'm out of juice. Yeah.
It's like 9:00 now. We're gonna get tired.
Right.
I
think we have to go up, and then we can wait at the top of the stairs and see if we hear them find the secret door, so that we know if we can come back or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
okay.
I don't want to be waiting like on the other side of the door for them.
Okay. So what do we say? That climb is like a 6-turn climb, right?
Yeah.
So we'll call it there. So that's actually going to be 10. Okay. So it is literally 10:30 at night. I'm not going to describe what happens. I'm just going to say that we're going to end it with you guys racing up those spiral staircase as fast as you can, lugging as much gear as you can as well.
Right.
Yeah. Great. Awesome. That was.
I guess we'll bring Onward with us.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we'll grab him.
No, he's still in the lab, like looting stuff.
He's still looting gems.
Yeah, his mouth is like full. He's like a chipmunk, just like carrying like. Hey guys.
What's going on?
All right, cool.
All right. This session was never mind. Hold on.
It was a doozy. All right, so
was a doozy.
We'll call it there. So yeah, that was a ton of fun, guys. So.
Oh my god.
I'm overclimped. All right.
Poor Trusty.
You know the deal. You've been watching 3D6 Down the Line. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Don't forget to please like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you can get the notifications whenever new stuff pops up. Don't forget, tune in on Friday for the now regular Delve Detox, where we're going to chat a little bit about the session as well. Hope you guys have been enjoying that. And until next time, we will see you then. Everyone have a great night. Bye, everybody. Take care.
See ya. Thanks, John.
Bye.